Beaufort County tax sale foreclosure information. Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your number one source for real estate advice online. Thank you so much for checking out my YouTube channel. I hope you can subscribe to it as well. And check out my website, which is at the bottom of this video, juliamspencer.com. With this video, I want to talk a little bit about Beaufort County tax sale foreclosure processes. This is not usually what happens, and I don't usually have this information available, but in this case, it's kind of cool that I have it, so I wanted to share that with you. Beaufort County, of course, is here adjacent to Chatham County in Georgia, and Beaufort County is in South Carolina, and it's one of the places that I'm looking to go to a tax sale next year. South Carolina is a lien state, and their tax sales happen once a year only in October. And the cool thing about Beaufort County is you can actually go to their website and just type in Beaufort County website, and you can try to do this for wherever you are located as well, and see if they have maybe an email list. Now, a while back I subscribed to their email list here in Beaufort County, and now I'm getting monthly updates, which is kind of cool. The tax authorities do not have a requirement to send any kind of updates or newsletters or anything like that. So when you do get it, it's actually pretty cool. That's why I wanted to kind of share that with you and kind of tell you the information. Now, in this newsletter right here, I'm just going to kind of go over what actually is on there. But you should be able to get this information from any county, any taxing authority, where you live and where you may want to invest. And in this case, the CPA that works for the Beaufort County Treasurer basically updates you on a monthly basis on a collections update, how many taxes were collected in the amount, and also gives you information about delinquent taxes and what is done to collect on the delinquent taxes when the taxes are late. In this case, on March 17th, the taxes were late in Beaufort County, South Carolina. And it actually gives you even a link to the South Carolina statutes where in the law it states that taxes are delinquent. They also discuss the methods that they use to collect on those taxes, which is kind of really cool because I don't actually know that in my own county how that's done. And then it gives you information about the annual tax sale, which is really, really cool because that prevents you from having to call there and dig around and try to find the information yourself. So let me just read this to you because Beaufort County, that way you don't have to worry about trying to find it yourself. The annual tax sale, the delinquent tax sale, is an open auction held annually on the first Monday in October. In addition to the first delinquent tax bill, a second delinquent tax bill must be sent via certified mail. If the tax collector does not receive a signature showing delivery to the property owner, we are required to physically post a delinquent sign on the property. Real property, and that's they're talking about the county tax treasurer collector, and real property, that is land, dwellings, and mobile homes, are auctioned at the tax sale and may be bid upon by any member of the public that has pre-registered. And the cool thing about this newsletter is every time there's sort of a question, pre-registered is a link where you can just click and figure out how to pre-register. Real property is a link that describes what real property is. It's really cool. I love this newsletter. I think every county should have this. Business opportunity, if you are a newsletter app developer, you could sell that to counties. Anyway, however, the bidder is not guaranteed ownership of the property. The property owner has a year and a day after the tax sale to redeem the property, which is normal for a lien state with a 1-year redemption period, and therefore he can retain ownership. Should this occur, the bidder is entitled to a 12% annualized rate of interest on their bid. And that's also typical for South Carolina. I didn't invest in Beaufort County yet, but I have in Jasper County. And in summary, a property owner has an opportunity to keep their property even if it is sold at auction, and the bidder has an opportunity to obtain a property or earn interest on their bid. The results of previous tax sales, as well as a list of the properties for redemption, are available online. Online again is a link, which is really cool, or in the Beaufort office. Curious to see the tax sale? Check out a video of last year's auction here. What else do you need? You can go to this newsletter and just check out what the actual auction video was from last year. I go to these auctions and film them. I don't know that I could, but hey, this county makes it all available for everybody, which is really, really cool. What else is in this newsletter? I want to just give you an update. So I guess South Carolina has also a set-off debt program, which is basically where they, in the collection of delinquent property taxes, they actually go through the state of South Carolina State Income Tax Refund Office to garnish tax refunds to pay those taxes as well. And there's the process is described for that as well. Yet another opportunity for a property owner to retain their property. And this is good information actually, because I get a lot of comments on my YouTube videos about me taking properties away from property owners going to tax sales. Not the case. Counties as well, counties before we investors even ever get involved, do everything in their capabilities to get those taxes paid, to let an owner keep their properties. And then they're also talking about a third-party collections in this newsletter. So what that means is that the tax collector actually partnered with an outside agency, and in this case they say American Financial Credit Services, to collect on government debt. So they're not, the county is not the only one trying to collect. They actually hired a special expert to help them with that. Again, another opportunity for a property owner to retain their property should they get contacted. Now, they also talk in this newsletter about the annual online tax sale. And the tax collector assists in the management of the Forfeited Land Commission. And I did mention that really briefly one time in one of my radio shows actually. And which is basically when the commissioner is responsible for the properties that are not sold at the annual delinquent tax sale. This is where we're getting into over-the-counter tax sales. But in Beaufort County, they actually are managing this Forfeited Land Commission fund. And while the properties are in the possession of the Forfeited Land Commission, taxes continue to accumulate unpaid. So it is at the best interest of the tax authorities to return these properties to the ownership of a private citizen or entity. So a lot of places don't do this. I think they should do this everywhere. And I've mentioned this actually before. There's a lot of parcels and properties right here in Chatham County where I live in Georgia, where the properties are just sitting there. They're not really doing anything. Nobody's paying taxes on them. Taxes keep accumulating, making the tax bill bigger and bigger, makes it less of a chance for anybody to buy it. The property goes down the drains in terms of the way it's maintained, and more taxes are due. It's just unlikely anybody's going to buy it. But in this case, here in Beaufort County, they actually are dealing with a Forfeited Land Commission, which is really cool, where they're going to actually actively try to sell these properties to an entity, a person, or a business, private citizen, or an entity. So to achieve this as quickly as possible, the tax collector accepts bids in person or by email at any time, but also conducts an online public auction every year to promote these properties to a broader group of bidders. A list of these properties is available online or in the Beaufort office, some of which are eligible for immediate title. This is, a lot of you investors here on my channel always ask me, how do we get around redemption period? It takes too long, my money's tied up. No, there's options for you to purchase properties immediately from counties. And again, there is a link for the online word here. So a list of these properties is available online or in the Beaufort office, some of which are eligible for immediate title. You want to check this out? Go to the Beaufort County website, South Carolina. So in final closing, I'm going to read this. More information may be found on their website or by contacting their office to speak with their knowledgeable tax agents. This is the best newsletter I've ever gotten in a long time. Next month, we will talk about motor vehicle taxes and getting your watercraft ready for the summer season. They're just totally all over it. So in the meantime, take a minute to sign up for e-billing and even have a Facebook and a Twitter page for frequent updates and reminders. I really believe that every county, every taxing authority should take an example of Beaufort County and publish this newsletter to anybody that's looking forward to subscribe and help them with their tax collection and purchase properties that are unpaid by tax owners, by property owners, and by for properties that are just in the public domain because nobody wants them. Anyways, hopefully you found this informational. If you need more information about this, contact me at my website below. You can also email me at realestate@juliamspencer.com. And by the way, every person that comments on my videos here, I read your comments. I'm getting to the point where I can't really respond to everybody anymore. I'll try. I probably can't though. It's just too many. But send the questions to me. I do read them. I do address them in my future videos and my ebooks. And I'm available for individual consulting still. You can purchase my consulting packages online. And also be glad to answer your questions. If you just have one or two questions, send them to me. You can send them via email. That's the best way to reach me, realestate@juliamspencer.com. And I look forward to hear from you. And like, subscribe, share my videos. All your inputs and your engagement are highly appreciated. And have a great day and happy investing.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.